Alright, boys, we are back, and it's time to start year 7 with our Vancouver Canucks. And you know, this year we have to have standards. We have to have goals because we are a good team. We're a team that went to that Stanley Cup final last year. So playoffs have to happen, and a second round appearance has to happen now. Absolutely, we're no longer a shitty team. So before we get started, there's a few things that I want to handle. I was reading your comments, a bunch of little things. First things first, I got to turn off injuries. I didn't do that last year, so there you go. We'll turn that off. You guys also said that you wanted to see the awards. I didn't show you them after the year 6 playoffs, so we'll quickly just do that. I've already gone ahead and edited all the lines for you guys. I was reading some of your comments. There was one with like over 100 thumbs up, so I went with that one. I made a few minor changes to it, but I'll show you that before we start the simulation. So we got that done. Let us quickly go up to awards. Okay, so let's see what happened last year. You got the Carolina Hurricanes, your Stanley Cup champions. President's Trophy, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Clarence S. Campbell, Vancouver Canucks, there's us. Prince of Wales Trophy, Carolina Hurricanes. Art Ross Trophy, Mark Scheifele. Hart Memorial Trophy, Mark Scheifele. Damn, I bet you Winnipeg Jet fans are wishing that he turns out to be like that. James Norris, Morgan Riley, I'm wishing that he turns out to be like that too. Maybe this year. Lady Bing, Mark Scheifele, there's the third damn trophy. Calder, Patrick Goddard, so there you go, the New York Rangers. They're slapping themselves in the face now for trading away that goaltender. Great, so we got a Rookie of the Year goalie, and I think he's, what was he, 86 overall now, 87? Hell yeah. Conn Smythe, Cam Ward, yeah, I've seen that plenty of times. Vezina Trophy, James Reimer, good job, Jim. William M. Jennings, James Reimer, Bill Masterton, Luke Shen, Frank J. Selke, Ryan Kessler, Ted Lindsay, James Reimer, Maurice Richard, Alexander Ovechkin. Okay, so there are the awards for you guys. Now, yeah, so let's go into the line changes. So you know that problem that we had? We had too many players. I sent a bunch of them down to the AHL team, so our lineups are looking like this. Everyone has already been sent down, so everyone that you see on the team is playing. Okay, everyone else is already down in the minors. You got the first line, Jonathan Drouin, Ville Mackey, and Raimo Tarkey. Okay, we're going to go with Tarkey this year. Let's see how many goals he can score with that shot. I'll give him like a 3 months chance. If we're not a good team, I can move him back down to the minors and bring somebody else up, okay? So that's not a problem. Second line, you got Sam Reinhart, Sarich, and Earn. The guy who wrote the comment was saying to put Sam Reinhart in the middle. He is a center, and Sarich is a left winger, but Sam Reinhart is at a face-off rating of 60, and Sarich has a face-off rating of 70, I believe. So why not just flip them over, right? I don't think it will hurt our team if you have a left wing in the center. Well, it was explained to me that way anyways. So let's go with the better face-off man in the middle. That was one change that I made there. The third line, you got Jensen, Suter, and Cassian. Suter, you know, I know there's already going to be outrage. This guy should be getting top 6 time, but, you know, if I bring him up to the top 6, where does he fit in? You know, do I take off Adam Earn? Do I take off Raimo Tarkey? I don't want to put Suter on the second line because, you know, I know he's got 4.5-star potential, but third line center is a prominent position. He's still going to be getting penalty kill time, and I've given him, you know what, I'll get there when I get there. I've given him, I can't even talk right now, I've given him the extra attacker, the first line extra attacker, so he will get his ice time. So we go down here, and then the fourth line, you got Hartikainen, Faxa, and Ryan Callahan, okay? So there's our 5-on-5 offensive line. Defensively, you got Edler with Wisniewski, Ryan Murray with Tanev, and then Pulak with Ravenko. I decided to send Fowler down to the minors just because I don't want to replace Pulak. The guy was saying to have Fowler up here. I'd rather play Pulak. His offensive category is just fine, and he can actually help out on the power play. So I sent Fowler down to the minors. Power play lines look like that. Basically the same as a 6v6, but for the second line power play, I went with Sarich, Reinhart, and instead of Earn, I went with Jensen, okay, because he's got that really good shot. So we're going to see if Jensen can do something there on the second line power play. 4-man power play doesn't matter. Penalty kill, and there's Suter. He's on the first line penalty kill. So I know he's only getting third line center time, but he's getting that first line penalty kill time with Adam Earn, okay, Radek Faxa with Sarich. So you have all our best two-way forwards with the best defensive categories killing off the PKs, all right? And then you go to extra attacker, and you got Suter and Sarich. I didn't want to put Ville Mackey or Reinhardt or Drouin in there, because if they need to go in to fill in for a PK, these guys got the good defensive awareness that, you know, they'll go in and they won't cause goals against, you know, and they got a pretty good offensive category as well. And I knew there would be backlash for Suter starting on the third line. So he's got the extra attacker time, he's got the first line penalty kill time, and he's got third line center time. I think that's plenty for Suter, okay? He's not going to be a goal scorer for us. He's going to be a good two-way forward for us. And then we got Goddard and Sergei Bobrovsky in the nets. Okay? And Chicago looks like that. I got Renas with Colburn and Kovalchuk. I'm not going to trade away Colburn or Weiss or, yeah, it was Colburn and Weiss I sent down, and then also Fowler, okay? And then Seth Jones is on the first line with the first line power play to get him some points. So I'm going to hold on to these guys just because, you know, I expect us to be a playoff team this year, and if we make the playoffs, it'd be nice to have some depth because we definitely did run into injury problems last year, okay? So I'm not going to trade those guys away. And last but not least, I've already gone ahead and done this. Let me just simulate a few days up here. We are actually under the salary cap, the minimum salary cap, so I had to go and sign a player. I didn't want to just bring up, what's his name, Colburn and Fowler and, you know, scratch him so that we do have the salary cap. So I just went ahead and signed Mike Zigomanis from the Toronto Marlies. Currently, I don't know what team he was on in year 7 here. And I signed him to an $8 million contract, 1 year. I know what you're thinking, but you know what? Don Cherry's been talking so highly of this guy for the last few years. He's never been able to be brought up to the Toronto Maple Leafs, even though he's great at taking faceoffs. Where is he? Zigomanis, right? See, I signed him to an $8 million contract. But if you just look up the top right corner, see our salary cap available, $20 million. If I continue here, it'll automatically readjust all of our salaries and jack up some of them so we get to around $15 million. So I want to make sure I don't do that. So Zigomanis up on the team, and now we only have $12 million available, but that's fine. And now Zigomanis is just simply going to say scratched on our team right there. I'm not going to dress him, all right? So it doesn't affect our team whatsoever. I needed to make minimum salary. Okay, so there you go. That's all taken care of. Yeah, we're going to definitely get a few months of simulating done in this video. And you know, it's actually good too because Goddard is clearly our #1 now, so I can like simulate 5 games at a time. And if he loses like 4 in a row, then I'll stop it. Last but not least, let's just send out our scout because remember we did trade down last year. We have some draft picks, so we got a defenseman in the WHL. Defenseman in the, ooh, look at that, a top 5 tough guy, Gilbert Benoit from the QMJHL. That could be interesting, okay? 2-way forward from the QMJHL, defensive defenseman from the WHL, and defensive defenseman from the QMJHL. So, a lot of defensemen, and there's 2 in the QMJHL, so I can go after the QMJHL for defensemen. And this Reen Dennis guy, damn, 6'9", 234? Ravenko 2.0, or 3.0, Chara 3.0. So we'll go defenseman, QMJHL, and yeah, I want to get Benoit and Dennis, or Danny probably, for 6 weeks. There you go. If that tough guy is something special, hell yeah, I'd love to draft a tough guy. If I can hold him back there on the third line, we could be a tough team. Let's just see what draft picks we have before we start the simulation. Yeah, we traded down for New Jersey's pick, right, because they had the first overall pick. They picked up Smirnoff. We traded away our 3rd overall pick for their 1st overall this year. Okay, so hopefully that turns out to be hopefully they're a crappy team this year. And yeah, I'll start talking about the New Jersey Devils right now, because Ilya freaking Kovalchuk retired. Can you believe that? Oh, that came out of left field, man. I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, I think, anyways, for the New Jersey Devils, just because that contract, right? I mean, it sucks right now because he's still playing good. All right, sorry about that. Just lost connection there for a second. Don't worry, we got that fixed. So let's continue here. I was talking about, I wanted to talk about Kovalchuk. And how many years left did he have on his contract? I'm honestly asking you guys that. I didn't do any research about it beforehand. I just saw it as a headline before I came down to do some videos. But that's crazy, man. Ilya Kovalchuk. So, like, the last, year and a half, the New Jersey Devils have lost Parise, Clarkson, Kovalchuk, Brodeur. Looks like he's going to be retiring in the next year, especially with Corey Schneider going there. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's crazy, man. But what are you going to do? At least they got a goaltender of the future, Corey Schneider. That's at least one bright side. So, we're going to start the year 7 here. I want to get as far into the season as I can. Now, we got Goddard, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go way up here. And, you know, we'll go up for a month. Yeah, we'll go a month at a time. Right? And unless he loses like 4 in a row, I'm not going to take him out, okay? I'm not going to take him out because I want to play Goddard. He's a great goalie this year. And actually, I want to talk about some things in the NHL going around in the NHL world. So the New Jersey Devils, yeah. Oh, you know what? I actually want to talk about the new game mode, the new NHL 94 game mode for NHL 14. Yeah, I saw the trailer come out today. And I'll be the first one to admit it, man. EA Sports, they are a great marketing company. That one promotion of that new game mode makes me want to buy the game. It really does. It looked fun, right? They're great marketers, but the one thing that just worries me And I want you guys to really look into this because, again, I didn't do any research. I could be wrong about this. But it seems to me like, so far, again, I could be wrong, but so far they really haven't promoted any Winter Classic this year, right? And I guess that's because the Winter Classic got canceled last year, which is fine, right? But I hope that this NHL 94 mode is not just another Winter Classic where it can only be played offline on an Xbox, right? If it's an online gameplay mode where you can rank up against people online and have like an online record, like an online versus NHL 94 mode, that's a brilliant game feature, and I would like to applaud EA Sports for putting that in there. But I'm just worried because, again, I may have missed it, but I didn't see them say that it was online. I'm just afraid that it's another Winter Classic game mode, so you're only going to be able to enjoy it. Yeah, that's a few losses in a row there. Let me get Sergey in there. I'm afraid that you're only going to be able to enjoy it, sitting and playing against a computer all by yourself, or if you're lucky enough to have like a younger brother or an older brother or someone like a buddy who comes over, you can play against them. That's kind of cool. But if it's just an offline game mode, oof. That's just a big missed opportunity. So don't take me out of context here. I'm not saying that it's a bad mode. I'm just saying if anyone could do some research for me, and maybe they just haven't released full details about it. But if it's only offline, that sucks because, again, I'd like to applaud them. It looks like a great game mode, and especially for those players who, really didn't adapt well to the skill stick. You're forced to use the NHL 94 controls. So, that'd be great because you match up against someone online, and you know that you're using the face buttons to shoot, to pass, to speed boost, and they're doing the exact same thing, so you're not at a disadvantage. That's a great idea. But again, if it's only offline, oh man, big opportunity missed. So if you guys could do some research for that, let me know. But I will say this, man, EA, Jesus, they are amazing marketers. That teaser trailer for the NHL 94 mode. It's great, man. I can see all the comments, too. It's just like, yeah, I can't wait to buy this game. And people are, looking over the fact that the AI is probably still the exact same. The same things that pissed you off in NHL 2013 are still going to be present. You're just going to be playing in a different atmosphere, right? But the atmosphere doesn't make the game, playable. It's the gameplay. So I just hope that it's online. I hope to God that it's online. Yeah, I'm kind of getting lost here where I am in the season. So we're 6-6-1. Yeah, Sergei Bobrovsky's in the net right now. We'll run with Sergei Bobrovsky till he loses a game. Don't worry, it's still early in the season. I don't want to make any line changes in this recording. I want to just simulate ahead because it's very early in the season. With this team, I know we're going to be a playoff team. Okay, it's just a matter of time. You just got to get like 50, 60 games in. Allow your team to get some traction. Put some games above the 8th place team, and you're good. So here we go. Yeah, there's Goddard back in there. It's going to be interesting, though, how our second line, especially Adam Erne, Reinhart, and Sarich. I want to see how those guys are doing because they have the potential to do something good, but if they're not, I think I might bring Jensen up to the second line right wing instead of Adam Erne. Even though I really liked Adam Erne, I wanted to play him, but, I don't know if you need Adam Erne on the second line if you have Sarich already because they're both two-way forwards and they both have really good defensive awarenesses, right? I liked Adam Erne on the first line because he helped out Jonathan Drouin and Ville Mackey, but we were looking at Raimo Tarki and we were like, we got to play him this year. So, I don't know. It shouldn't be a problem, though. I think we're going to be a good team this year. 11-7-1. Yeah, you just got to wait. We just got to put some time in. All right, so, yeah, what else do I want to talk about? I talked about the NHL 94. Talked about Ilya Kovalchuk. Again, that's crazy, man. I think, what you could be seeing with Ilya Kovalchuk? I'll go back to this. You could be seeing the same thing like as Jaromir Jagr, where Jagr kind of retired there. And for a few years, he was gone for like, 2, 3, 4 years, something like that. And, wait. What do I want to do here? No, he's winning games. So I'll keep going with him. And he came back. He retired from, the Rangers? And he came back. So I could see that same thing with Kovalchuk. He's going to get paid a shit ton in the KHL. He's going to keep playing hockey. But I was reading stuff on TSN. It was just, decisions. He wanted to go play closer to his family or stuff like that. And I could understand that. The guy's Russian. And again, it's that thing, you sign that big-ass contract and your hands are tied. It could be other things, maybe he just didn't like playing in New Jersey anymore, and the writing's on the wall in New Jersey. Clarkson's gone, Brodeur's retiring soon. Well, probably. I mean, if he has another Vezina Trophy season, maybe he comes back. But, just the age-wise, what's it called? Parise left last year, right? They didn't make the playoffs this year. Oh, man. I don't know. Could be a lot of things why he left. But I could also see him coming back in like 3 or 4 years. But the question is, and you guys can answer this for me, if he comes back, does the New Jersey Devils have the rights to him? And like, is he like kind of like a restricted free agent where he can't sign anywhere else? Because if that were the case, couldn't like a player just, if he wanted to get out of a contract like Luongo, right? Couldn't he just retire and then come back like a year later and sign with another team? So I'm guessing that the New Jersey Devils still have, oh my God, we're losing some games here. I'm guessing that the New Jersey Devils have his rights if he decides to come back, especially since he still had how many years left on his deal. But that's interesting, man. Ilya Kovalchuk. I wonder, is he going to be an NHL 14 now? Because, you know, I don't think they have the KHL teams in their license. So is Ilya Kovalchuk, hopefully he's still on Team Russia, so you can bring him into your team, you know? Hopefully he's still on Team Russia. But yeah, I mean, they still have plenty of time to adjust rosters, so they could move him off the New Jersey Devils, man. That sucks. Hopefully he's still on Team Russia. Ilya Kovalchuk, he's still a well-known player, man. I can't believe it, man. I'm kind of shocked. Kovalchuk's gone. He's like, what, 29, 30 years old? He's still in his prime. He's still getting it done. Jesus. We lost one to the KHL, man. NHL's got to be careful about that. Those Russian players, like Alexander Ovechkin, he could go, man. You never know. He could now retire and go to the KHL. That'd be a big loss to our game. We got to keep those Russian players, man. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm done talking about the NHL now. 16, 10, and 3. We'll talk about this. All right, so where do we sit? How much time we got? 16 minutes. All right, so what we'll do is we'll get all the way up into January in this video. Okay? I'm not going to do any line changes myself. You guys can make the line change what do you call it, opinions after this is done. I know you guys are going to have some. But right now we got Serge leading goal scorer with 12. Ville Mackey leading assist man with 21. Okay, so we'll send our scout back out. Right back out to the QMJHL. There you go. Benoit, all right, so Danny went down to 3.5 star, but Benoit, the tough guy, he is still listed as 4.5 star. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, look, his fighting skill is already 90 for, yeah. Okay. He doesn't look like he has the greatest defensive awareness and offensive awareness, so he might not be ready to go year one. But once that defensive awareness jacks up there with that fighting skill, oh, this guy will be somebody to wreck the other team with, man. I'm trying to think of a player that would kind of be similar in today's NHL. Who would like be a tough guy who would be drafted in the top 5? I can't even think of one. Updates, yeah, 6 weeks. The closest one I can think of, maybe Milan Lucic, but he doesn't really qualify as a tough guy because he's got other aspects to his game. So maybe this guy's going to be the same thing. Defensive defenseman. Even though he's listed as a tough guy, he's truly a defensive defenseman. We'll see, though. We'll see if we get him. All right, so I was going through the stats. Yeah, Ville Mackey's the plus-minus leader. Alexander Edler, our captain, 42 penalty minutes. And Patrick Goddard's got 13 wins. Looks like he's in there right now. Oh, yeah. The Edmonton Oilers also picking up Perron. I don't know if I like that deal or not. I'm sure on paper it looks good for the player that you traded away, Magnus Pajärvi. And you're getting him for a top 6 forward. And is this what you're going to do now, Edmonton? I'm asking you. Is it going to be Eberle, the Nuge, and Hall? And then the second line, you got Yakupov, Perron, and then blank? Are you trying to fill that in? Right now, is it Hemsky? Because you guys signed him. But I've been hearing that you guys are trying to trade him away. So, I don't know, man. McTavish, your new GM, I think that's his name. He's definitely done some crazy things there at Edmonton. Drafting a defenseman, Darnell Nurse, trading for Perron. Too bad you guys missed out on that Corey Schneider deal. And I can kind of understand that because I was watching the draft and they were saying that the Edmonton Oilers, they were offering more than the New Jersey Devils were offering for Corey Schneider. But, you know, it kind of makes sense. As the Vancouver Canucks, you don't want to trade away Corey Schneider to the Edmonton Oilers and then have to deal with him all the time for the next how many years he's in the NHL. Especially to a team like the Edmonton Oilers who have future dynasty written all over them. I'm not saying they're going to, but, you know, they definitely have the potential to get there. They have the right players in place. So I can understand that. But, man, I thought for sure you could get more. You know what? The Gillis has got to get fired. Really? Honestly, if you're just judging what he's done, he's got to get fired because, you know, they could have traded Corey Schneider. I know why you didn't trade him away a year ago. I understand why. You know, you're trying to trade away Luongo, but the facts are you didn't trade away Luongo. You traded away Schneider, and it's not like Schneider took you far in this year's playoffs, right? So, like, you should have traded, in hindsight, you should have traded away Schneider last year and gotten a boatload for him. I think about how much they could have got for him last year. Last year said, okay, we're going to go with Luongo, Corey Schneider, you know, when those talks were before they made him the #1 starter. Before that offseason, before they made him the #1 starter. How much do you think they could have got for Corey Schneider? How much? I mean, they could have got an arm and a leg. 2 first-round picks and a prospect. You know, you could have got that, you know, Phil Kessel kind of deal. And then to only get 1 from the New Jersey Devils. I know it turned out to be Hunter. No, wait, was it Hunter Shinkaruk or Bo Horvat? I forget which one went first. But, you know, to get one of those guys, I guess it's good enough. But still, man, just based on that hindsight, you should have traded him away last year. Gillis, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. Sergei Bobrovsky's in the net. Goddard will go back in there. Oh, yeah, shit, we've already gone to January. See, this is what happens when I start talking about the NHL. We will. We're already 20 minutes in. You know what? We'll go. We'll just run up here to yeah, we can go up here. Yeah, it's 3 weeks. We'll go all the way up to the All-Star break. We'll put a little bit of a longer video out here. I want to get this year done. Oh, my God, my back is killing me. All right, so 22, 16, and 4. Yep, don't worry. I'm not worried just yet because we can still do line changes. And after the All-Star break, all we have to do is like win 5 in a row. We're still up there. I'm fine with this record right now, okay? As long as we make the playoffs, as long as we get there, we're a good team. What we were 8th or 7th seed last year. Yeah, and we made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final, so I don't care about that. We just got to make it into the playoffs. And this team's got to make it into the playoffs, man. We have way too many good players. We do. Just wait. We're only, what, how many games in? 45, 46 games in or something like that? Just wait. Okay, just barely over halfway. Wait till like the 60-game mark, okay? And then we can really decide if we're in trouble or not. But there you go. Now Goddard's starting to win some games for us. All right, so we're doing good. Jonathan Drouin's taking over our goal-scoring lead with 18. Ville Mackey, he's tearing it up in the center there with 33. But wouldn't you tear it up with Jonathan Drouin on your left side and Raimo Tarkki on your right side as well? This guy's just got to pass the puck off, and a friggin' laser beam is just shot off the net. Okay, scouting assignment from the QMJHL one more time. There you go. And yeah, he's still a 4.5 star. Oh, yeah, man, I'm going to keep on scouting this guy. I'd love to get a tough guy defenseman. That'd be awesome. All right, so we're at the All-Star break. Let's go all the way up past the All-Star break just so we get every other team to get their games done. And we can take a look on how we're compared. All right, so damn it. That nice winning streak that we were on with Goddard kind of went to shit there because then he lost 3 in a row before the All-Star break. But that's okay. Don't worry. We're there. We're a good team. We are 26 and 24, basically. 26, 19, and 5. So we are above 500. Okay, this is this is a good spot to be in at the All-Star break. Remember, I haven't done any line changes just yet, so maybe there is something that's not working on our team, and we're still an above 500 team. So this is not a problem. This is not a problem. So let me just stop it right here. Okay, so let's take a look at the stats, where we stand. The Eastern Conference looks like that. Carolina is the top of the league, so there you go. And yeah, we sit in 9th place with 57 points, but we are only 1 point away from the Calgary Flames. Okay, so don't worry about that. And we still have plenty of games left, and I haven't made any line changes just yet. So don't be going crazy just yet, boys. Don't be going crazy just yet. So let's take a look at our team standings and all this good stuff, see if we can pinpoint any reason why we're not a better team. So our goals for per game, 2.88, 8th in the NHL. It's not our goals for per game. Goals against per game, 12th in the NHL. So, you know, we're decent. We are decent. Goals against could be doing a little bit better, though. I'll say that. Power play percentage, 11th. So that could be a little bit better. Okay. And penalty kill percentage. Okay, so that's it right there. Our PK could be doing a lot better. 81.5% is not good enough. Okay. And our away record, 11, 12, and 2. Okay, so our PK and our goals against average could be doing a little bit better, but that could be because Raimo Tarkki's on the first line. Remember, he doesn't have the greatest defensive stats. Player stats. Let's just check this out. So we'll check out the plus minuses, the goals, the assists, all that good stuff. We're going to have to decide if we're going to break up that first line right now, okay? Because how we had Adam Earn on the right wing first line last year, you know, maybe he doesn't get as many points as Tarkki, but he's definitely a lot better defensively. So the first, yeah, Ville Mackey's got 48 points in 50 games, so he's doing fine. Jonathan Drouin's got 40 points in 50 games, okay, and Raimo Tarkki's got 37 points in 50 games, so he's not doing bad, and they're all plus players. So you know what? That first line is actually doing fine for us. Sarich, Reinhart, and Jensen. Yeah, so Adam Earn is down there on the second line. So Jensen's, because he's got that power play time, he's got the goals. Remember, he's got power play time. It's not because he's on the third line. Sarich, Reinhart. So these guys are doing good, Sarich and Reinhart. And Earn is not really doing the greatest. He's down there. Okay, but at least are they plus players? Sarich, Reinhardt, and Earn, semi-plus players. Third line, you got Jensen, Suter, and Cassian. Jensen's got 23 points, Suter's got 18, and Cassian's got 14. And then the fourth line, Hartikainen, Callahan, and Faxa. Yeah, so they're all pretty much plus players, so I can't really get angry there. 5-on-5 lines seem to be okay. Defensively, you got Edler, Tanev, Wisniewski, Pulock, Murray, Ravenko, and all of them are plus players as well. So I think it's our PK. It's definitely got to be our PK. Goalies, Sergei Bobrovsky, he's played, less than half, but he's got a better goals against average. Okay, and save percentage, he's got a better save percentage. But again, he's played less than half. Okay, so Goddard, we need Goddard to do good, but maybe we can give Bobrovsky, maybe we can go on more of a 2-to-loss ratio, just to have a secondary. So, I don't know. What do you guys think we should do? You've seen the stats. You've seen the team stats. I'll show you the line changes. We'll end it right here. I think 5-on-5 is fine. I think all this is fine. I think maybe we can shake up the power play lines, maybe just a tad. Maybe Pulock shouldn't be on the power play, right? And maybe the penalty kill could be shaked up a little bit as well, just because I think 5-on-5 lines are doing fine. If we can just raise our special teams rank up by like 3 or 4, I think we will be a playoff team, okay? And don't worry about getting up to first, second. We just need to make the playoffs. So what needs to be changed for our team to have a better chance to make the playoffs? And there's our AHL team, there's our NHL team. So let me know, boys, and I will see you in the next video.